Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to NHL20 franchise slash GM mode. Yeah, I'm still alive. It's been a couple months at least since I've been on here and live streaming. So, yeah, there may not be anybody popping in while I'm doing this live or watching the videos at all, whatever. But I have to do something to get my mind off of real life for a little while, so this is what we're going to do. Yeah, so real quick, and I'm sure somebody's... I shouldn't say I'm sure. There's a good chance that somebody's going to pop in and ask where I've been, and I'm going to explain this again because it's all on the live stream and I'm not editing or anything. The very short version of why I haven't been on, I was super busy with work. The work and the band and everything, and then we got hit with the coronavirus, and am I going to be demonetized? Doesn't matter because I'm not monetized. Haha. So anyway, this pandemic hit us, and yeah, things got crazy. I don't have the band to fall on right now for a release because, I mean, we're not legally able to get together to practice. There obviously aren't any shows happening, and that's killing me because that's my biggest outlet. That's my way of releasing all of my frustration and all my anxiety and everything that builds up, and it really sucks not having that right now. But work was continuing to be really stressful and really crazy, and I would basically get home from work and then just crash, and I'd be wiped out for the whole day. Time that I might have had to do some live streams, I just wasn't motivated, was not in the headspace to be able to do it. Too stressed out, and sadly that the individual who I spent the last 14 years taking care of passed away on Tuesday, and so I won't be going back to work for quite some time because I don't have any client that I am assigned to. So yeah, I'm not going to get into the sadness of my client's passing. My buddy Anthony, may he rest in peace. He was cool. He could stress you out, but he was a good dude. You know, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. So anyway, on to today. So this is what I'm going to do for a little while. I'm probably going to play a couple other games here or there since I've clearly got time right now. But here we have NHL20. Pardon me. Oh, and incidentally, I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying healthy and, you know, following the guidelines to keep yourself safe and healthy and not bucking the system just to, you know, I don't know, out of protest or just to try to prove something like you're invulnerable because you're not. Please be smart. Anyway, this game, I'm not going to be playing any live games. This is all going to be simulated. I gotta take a drink, hold on. Yeah, so I'm gonna do everything simulated. I currently have an entirely created roster, or not roster, but all the teams playing in this league are all my own. I'm not worrying about specific things such as, can I look at the league? Not yet. Let's see. So just get a glance at the teams that are out there. Yeah, we are the Tacoma Walleye. Okay, so we have teams. Yes, there's a Western Conference and there's an Eastern Conference, and there's all kinds of, there's still the 4 separate divisions, but teams according to their city, there's Pacific Division teams that should be like, Charlotte should not be in the Pacific or in the West. You know what I mean? We're not worrying about that. I am simply just having teams. So, it's simulated. Who cares? So yeah, so here are the teams that we have. We've got the Cambridge Pharaohs, Charlotte Tigers, Houston Cosmos, Honolulu Volcanoes, us, the Tacoma Walleye, the Abbotsford Armada, Maple Ridge Hogs, Moose Jaw Rush. In the Central, we have Medicine Hat Titans, Garland Heroes, Glendale Huskies, San Diego Thunder, Albuquerque Desperados, Miami Stingrays, Anchorage Grizzlies, Baltimore Gladiators, Atlantic. And again, like I said, these divisions don't matter, locations don't matter. Fresno Yin Yang, Memphis Venom, Brooklyn Beast, Greensboro Angry Panthers, Irvine White Tigers, Reno Aces, Maine Wicked, Kalamazoo Checkmate, and Metropolitan, Erie Elite, Portland Primes, Sacramento Knockouts, Prince George Royals, Cincinnati Cyclones, Arlington Bad Kids, Flint Nailers, Niagara Falls Blue Dragons. Now, hockey fans may recognize that I didn't make up all of those names. Some of those teams actually exist, although they may be a ECHL or affiliate. But here's the secret. The logos were there, so I went by some of the logos. It made it a little bit easier when I was making the teams. So we are starting this off with the expansion draft. So non-hockey fans, the way this works is you're allowed to take a player from every team. So we're going to build our team. Now, I like to try to do something a little bit different than I would normally do on my own time when I play these. And I'm going to try to pick a kind of crappy team, but I'm going after players that have a good future potential, but not necessarily players that are going to do well right now. I'm not trying to win immediately. I would like to get a really good draft pick in the upcoming drafts. So that's going to be the priority. So let's move on here. Yes, welcome me to the Tacoma Walleye. Okay, let's do this. We get to pick. Oh, we got bumped to 5th in the draft lottery. Lame. Not that it matters. I mean, our team's gonna suck, but I would have liked to get a first rounder. Okay, so let's do this. Now, I know this isn't going to be like the most exciting Let's Play for a lot of people, because like I said, it's all going to be simulated, so, you know, if that's not your thing, I'm sorry. I also figured this is a good chance for anybody who's, like, if my buddy Albert pops up here, for example, it's an opportunity to chat, because it's not something I need to be concentrating on while playing. So, let's begin this draft. Alright, so we're not going to auto-generate. I don't want to go through this and try to grab the best players, like I said. So, if you see on the bottom, it gives you how many we want to try to get out of through all of these teams. We want to try to get 5 left wings, 5 centers, 5 right wings, defense, 9 of them, and 3 goalies, etc. So, let's start here. Let's go on over here to potential. Sort the potential here. Alright, so top 9 forward. So we got 2 centers here. Overall 72. Oh, and incidentally, I have salary cap turned off, because when you do a completely created roster of teams, they make you change the amount that you're paying each player to match the bottom, the minimum of the salary cap. So players who normally should not be priced out where they are cost a ton, And then as you're drafting players, they don't cost as much, and all of a sudden, like when they're starting to ask for a good amount of money, you've got players that are like mid-level that are making like $8-9 million, and all of a sudden you're running into salary issues. It's really screwed up. So I turned it off. We're not worrying about salary. We're just worrying about keeping players that we can handle, and it's going to be hopefully within how much money our team is making. So anyway, between these, he's got the better shot, better senses. He may be the better player right now. He's always not as necessarily as beefy as he's a small guy. That's okay. We'll go for our buddy Jaden here. See how he turns out. Oh, and most of these picks are made from. I grab players from overseas and whatnot and stuffed them all in these rosters. So these should not be rosters full of NHL players. All right, so yeah, let's select him. He's also 22, so he's younger. Who do you have for me? Albuquerque. Okay, so you're kind of low on your overalls as well. Let me see something real fast. Let's look at your goalies. Fringe starters. Capo Kakinen. He's possible. But then we've also got let's see, how are we doing on wow. Johnson's shots are terrible. Oh wow, look at that. A whole bunch of these guys are apparently not even on the team yet. I think I'm selecting guys who aren't even in the league. Well, I mean they can be now, but that's funny. All right. How come some of these attributes aren't popping up at all? Yeah, I think we're going to go with Sokolov here. So that's two centers. Right, Julio. Real quick, what do your goalie's situation look like? Don't know anything about this guy, huh? So he could be a complete bust, or he might be worth taking. But here we got a guy who might be capable of kind of like leading our defensive core. Let's take the risk. Let's go with him. From the bad kids. Wow, I don't really have a whole lot of options of who to pick from them, do I? Yikes. Okay. Well. 7th defense. Man, these are. It's not good potential. So let's go with Lion. Alright, so we have a top 6 defenseman in Camden Neen. And again, he's a youngster. Yeah, their overalls aren't great right now, but again, that's okay. We're none of these teams have great. They're not loaded with great players, so that won't be an issue. Fringe starters. Okay, top 6. Let's just go with that. Not a lot of options here either. Quick, let's look at your AHL starter. Guy who's probably going to retire in a couple of years. As opposed to a decent top 6 guy, at least he has the potential to be. Yeah, let's go for that. Look at your beard, my friend. You're making a lot of money. Bottom 6 guys. Well, alright, you know what? Patrick Eves. We know what we're getting with him. We know we're getting quality with him. And I'm incidentally, just to clarify, I'm not trying to pick a team that's absolutely going to barrel out. I'm just saying that I'm not looking at taking all of the players that are like the top overall ranking. This guy looks like he is the top overall ranking, but that's just happenstance. But it already looks like Patrick Eves, like this would be the type of player who you'd make your captain, you know? The Charlotte Tigers, what do you have for me? Let me look at your goalies real quick, my friend. Ooh, AHL starter. He might be our starting goalie. I really... Oops. Yeah, I think we're going to take your goaltender. So we don't have to have a third goalie, but I always like having one just in case someone gets injured. So at some point I will pick a third. But right now, not the priority. I'm just taking what's most appropriate for me. Eek. Yikes, really don't have a lot available for me here, do you? I mean, he's decent. I'm looking more like for the future. But at 31, we wouldn't have to keep him on our team for too terribly long. So we'll take that. We might end up with a halfway decent team, actually. Like I said, comparatively to the other teams are garbage as well. So we're not exactly leaping in there. Amazing. What do we have? What do you have in terms of goalies? Forsberg is also pretty good. Flint, Michigan Nailers. All right, Pedersen. You look decent. See, it helps me looking at having, you know, like, yeah, there's some older players, and it's not going to be a ton of young players, but, I mean, that's what I'm going to be aiming for when I fill out most of my AHL team, and when I go for, you know, my drafts, I focus on keeping younger players and kind of letting the older guys go once they start to kind of fall. That said, it doesn't hurt to have leadership on your team. Man, this dude, wrestling fans, do you know who he looks like? Think AEW. Shh. That should be enough. All right, Blythe. 3 years left on a two-way contract, only 24. Yeah, sure. Why not? Hey, it's John Quenneville. You know what? I like John Quenneville. Take him. Who's a devil for a hot minute. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Cliff Pooh. I'm gonna take him because his name is Cliff Pooh. I mean, I'm probably not even pronouncing that right, but whatever. Whatever. Good hockey senses. Good shot. Now for the Angry Panthers. There's a 17-year-old here. Unfortunately, we don't know enough about the kid to know what his what he's capable of. Rubensky here. Bank on the future. Nah. Let's go with someone that we can have a little more reliable information about. Bjorn Fott. Top 4 defenseman, huh? Four years left at under $1 million at 74. Yeah. Um, left wings and centers still need to be finished off here. Well, I mean, right away, we got a kid with the most potential. Top 9, only 19. Although he's got no time left on his contract. Alright, you know what? This Maximoff has a much better shot, so we're just going to take him. Irvine White Tigers. Alright, what are we looking at here, folks? Okay, top 9 forward. 2 years left, only 24. Yeah, this dude looks pretty good. So left wings right now are what we need to round things out. And oh, and defense, we need 2 more defensemen. Well, speaking of defense, Jordan Schmaltz. Yep. Left wing. We need a left wing. 2 years left on this contract. Let's go for it. Wow, not much options here, huh? Well, already maxed out at right wing. And I know we can place guys that don't, you know, play right wing and as a left winger, but I try to keep it to what they're used to doing. So let's take Carzo. Rocco Carzo. All right, so really we need 1 more defender to be 100% complete for a starting lineup. And then we'll grab some of our, grab the extras. Whatever happened? Oops. I mean, yeah, we definitely want him. All right, we have a complete starting lineup. Now we're just going for basically just our extras. So we're going to skim off the top. Man, you're probably going to be an AHLer, my friend, but nothing wrong with that. Wayne Simpson. That dude looks like he got hit real hard in the head. Yeah. Like I said, we're pretty much skimming off the top right now. we got a really good possible starting goaltender there. Yeah, compared to here. Let's throw him in there for a little goalie depth. That's fine. Okay, so I've got an extra right wing. Center, left wing. I mean, we got this kid, young. Could be thrown into the mix, but he's got no time on his contract, so alright, let's there's our 5th center. We're supposed to get more defensemen. Alright, so let's see what you got. Definitely don't need any more goalies. We're good on that. Andrew Ladd. I mean, like to have you, pal, but not that badly. Alright, Kyle Burrows, let's see what you can do. Welcome aboard. Tennyson, also a former Devil for a hot minute. Oh, you. Josh Jacobs. Xavier Bernard. Let's go with Vukovic. Did I not? I didn't pick from the aces. Okay. Andreas England, we're just gonna grab you. Alright, so we got we'll take whoever the best that they got available is. Oh, there you go. Alright, Pally. Come on. So that would be it. Right? We didn't miss anybody, I don't think. Okay, I think we're good. All right. So there we go. That's the makeup of the team thus far. Draft interviews. Well, first I'll have to actually look at the draft class. We're supposed to be picking 5th. So they have Dmitry Alexandrov going 5th. So, if we're drafting 5th, why are we looking at the 7th through 9th picks? All right, so I'm not going to get into as crazy detail as I do when I'm on my own time. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to be targeting elites. Anyone who's targeted here as an elite, those will be the players that I'm going to be prioritizing for who I'm going to try to draft. Other players, you know, it's like, you know, like, usually when I'm on my own, like, I go into crazy, ridiculous detail. Like, I write down every potential player, where they're getting selected, etc., etc. So, here, if I really want to know something about a player, I can interview them if I want. But I mean, if this is a guy who's... doesn't hurt to have a big, tough guy either, so I wouldn't mind grabbing this kid. Let's talk to him. This is the only thing that annoys me. It takes so long when you're asking people, like, hey, what's your greatest strength? Why do I have to wait? It should be quick. Physicality? Yeah, I figured that. What's your weakness? Okay, not good with senses. Actually, this is going way faster. There must have been an update that sped this up. Alright, that's good. Do you like my name, by the way? I'm Mr. Whipple. Alright, so then we also have the potential... Let's see, what do we know about him? Real good shooter. No weaknesses, huh? He might be a good option, too. You know what I want to check real quick, guys? Let me see. Who's in the around the 35 and up? Look at this kid. Heavy slap shot, ability, offensive consistency. I might go for him because he's a big player with an offensive upside. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, actually, yeah, I did. Let's just move on. Not worried about my trading block. Let's do the draft. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Well, it looks like the person we expected to get got. Um, this kid actually looks like. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for De Silva. All right, elite medium is what we're given as his potential. Let's see how that pans out. And he is, yes, he stays as an elite medium. Very good. All right. Let's just go to our next pick. All right, who do we got that's available? Like I said, we're targeting elite players. Where was the one that I was looking at? Bellamy. Look at Lang real quick. He doesn't really have much in terms of offensive consistency is an issue with him, but let's go with Bellamy. Let's see what we get out of this kid. He wasn't an elite medium, and he is top 6 defenseman potential. All right, that's fine. Moving on. What is the best available? Elite low. Strong competition. Defensive zone play. Okay, the rest of these guys, bleh. So we're going for Nichushkin. Elite low. Probably not going to remain an elite. 7th defenseman. That's okay. Once again, guys, we are just building our teams, and a lot of these young players doesn't necessarily mean that we need to bring them into our lineup eventually. We're good to, you know, stay in the AHL. Alright, we may be taking Mr. Jolly here. I think he probably looks like he would have been our selection anyway. Yep. Alright, Mr. D'Artagnan Jolie. From elite medium to what? Bottom 6 forward. Alright. I mean, we're in the middle rounds. Just none of this really matters. We're filling out our team here. Top 6D so far seems to be the most available right here. Oh, we got another elite. The Galician. Yeah. See, the thing is, like, even when you have elites and they drop, they're not going to drop as bad as, like, say, if I have a top 6D, like, their drop off is, like, you know, going to be lower more than likely. So I don't know, it just seems safer to go with anybody that's labeled as an elite. Bottom 6 forward, that's fine. You know, it would have sucked if, like, the guy was like, oh, top 6 defenseman, you know, potential, and then you grab him and it's like AHL, you know, bottom pairing or something, because that's happened to me before. Yeah, what do we have here? Liam, you're going from an elite medium to top 9 forward. See, look at that. You never know. And then this should be... Hey, what's that? Oh, whatever. It's just a trade that was made elsewhere. It does not affect me. And our last pick... Brendan Miura. Tim Fleischer. Well, you know what? Let's get a goaltender in the system. Oh, look, a fringe starter. That's not bad to have in our system. Alright, so let's sim the rest of the draft. And we are now complete. Resign phase. Yeah. So there's probably players. I have 5 skaters that are going to become restricted. Nobody's... Okay. Let's go to contracts. So even though we grabbed people, you know, from other teams, you know, in the expansion draft, doesn't mean we get to keep them. So... Apologize for swallowing into the microphone here. Alright, so right now, Frederick Pettersson. Okay, well, since we don't have to worry about a salary cap, we can sign him. And he wants a lot of money, doesn't he? It's okay. We're going to need a player to kind of keep us afloat for a while. I mean, he's... ranked at a 73. He's one of the better players we have on our team right now. So, it ain't gonna hurt to have this guy, even though he's gonna be getting paid a lot better than most of our other players, but... He doesn't want an extension. He does want an extension, so this dude doesn't even want to stay with our team. No, it's the guy who got hit with a frying pan. Well... I mean, what is he expecting? $2 years for that? Yeah, we're just going to give you the base offer, and if you don't take it, then you don't stay. Simple as that. Then we got Emil Pettersson. Same thing. Right now we're just gonna give you guys a base offer. We'll see how you want to go from there. Brett Finlay. You can't possibly be asking for a lot. Nah. These are all our draft picks. Oh, Rocco Carzo. Come on, man. And that's I'm actually going to a little bit because I want to hold on to him. I want to hold on to old Rocco. Okay, what about you? Yeah, a lot of these players are aren't you? For more time, money. Since you're young and inexpensive and can develop in the AHL for a while. Same thing with this guy here. I mean, even if it's simply to keep him in the AHL, whether he do, like, that's the thing with like AHL guys, whether they end up developing into anything or not, that's fine. You know, they don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to become like these big, you know, big players for the team or anything like that. They're just Oh, he doesn't want to sign here anyway. Curious how much he'd ask for her. 2.7, and you don't want to stick around. And I've got a goaltender to mold. I'll give you another base. Because I can pick up another goalie in the draft, and my AHL affiliate will probably already have another available to me. So yeah, not really much to worry about there. What was that, our first pick overall, right? So he can season in the AHL for a while, so alright. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Whoops. Alright, see, you were happy. You can stay. You can kiss my ass. Alright, so Gustafsson doesn't necessarily want to stay here unless I give him a good deal more money. It's probably not going to happen. Yeah, you're not a priority for me, so whatever. Thank you, Frederick. Rocco Carzo. Yeah, you know you're staying. Alright, Walleye Walter home. Emil Peterson. Kudla. Westland. Westerland. Did I just have two guys with the same last name? That was Westland and Westerland. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So you can just be gotten rid of. Who cares? I mean, I think I'm gonna. Who else did not? Was it just those two? Were the only ones that rejected contracts? I guess so. All right. Ouch. I don't know if you guys could hear that through my microphone, but my jaw just cracked something fierce. Next would just be going into free agency. Okay, I can't go above 50 contracts. That's not a problem. Okay, beginning of the year I will have 32 contracts. That's because I have 2 contracts that are playing in the CHL. Not a problem. Alright, so let's look at our contracts here. Just trying to figure, what are we really going to need? Like, what's going to be our... I only have 3 centers. Okay, so I need a center for my main roster. That means that there's a right wing who is currently assigned to play center. There's going to be 5 right wingers. Or 6. Look at that. Pooh, what are you doing in here? You should not be in the NHL. In the main thing here. Eves here doesn't even want a contract extension. Look at this guy. So... really, we just need a center. So if we get a real good quality center, and maybe a quality defenseman, but my priority will be young players. As I said, I am not trying to make a splash right away. So let's see who is available. He's not a bad grab, but for $8 million. See if we can find a young player. Not really looking good, huh? Yeah, $8 million, and he wants 6 years. I don't think so. Let's see. Then we got someone for under $1 million for 3 years. But he doesn't fit into our coaches' schematics, basically. Is that Martin Lapierre? Max. So at 34, we can have him for 2 years. He's a grinder, a tough guy. We can keep him in our fourth line. Why not? Give you a little more than what you're asking for. How about that? You get the 2 years you were looking for. There's no teams interested in him anyway, so I think we're okay there. Yeah, there's 3 other teams offering him a contract. I would have gone for the kid, but if he's not going to fit our coach's scheme, he might not end up in there. Do we have any young free agents that aren't going to cost an arm and a leg? Boy, look at this guy. Alright, Vargas, you could fit. And again, another guy who would only have to hold on to for a couple of years. Maybe he's even 2. And I think we should be good there, except goalies. What are we looking at? Goalies. Got any youngsters here who are look at this. Philippe Larson. Lacks loyalty, doesn't matter. We're only looking to nab him. He's young. He's young. He's already well on his way for development. So, you know, as a French starter, yeah, he could. Maybe he'll take over a starting or backup role. Doesn't matter. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. All right. So all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to be setting up my team here. So we're going to advance, see who's going to accept and deny our contract offers. And then once we know where our team is, I'm going to take a break. And then the next video will be us starting to sim through the season. We'll see how far we go. All right, so we've got our goalie. Nah. I'm also gonna play around with my trade block at some point, because right now I'm gonna get offers that I don't. What's up, man? Welcome to the team. So there's one more guy. All right, so we got the 3 players that we were looking for. So my team is set up the way I need my team to be set up. Very good. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We will go through the remainder of the free agent period. Simply simulate up to this day. We might get some trade offers. Well, there it is. Okay, so now you're asking me for my 2nd round pick for your 3rd and 4th in 2021. Well, odds are my team's not going to be that great in 2020, so it's probably going to be the more valuable pick. And I don't need you taking one of my players, so no. Round 4, round 5. For the 2021 round 5. Let's look at the players that you're offering me. Okay, so he does fit into our scheme. Okay, so they're both cheap. I can get a 4th and a 5th rounder back. Those aren't the really crucial rounds anyway. So it's not going to kill me to lose both of them. I can get them back. I can trade a draft picks or young guys for that. You know what? We'll accept it. No, now you're getting crazy. And with everybody going after Nichushkin, it really is telling me that this is a player who I should definitely be holding on to. And I'm not giving up a 2nd rounder. Now you people are out of your mind. Swapping 2021 3rd rounder. No. Man, everybody wants him. Look at this. This is crazy. No. 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 Dude, what is with these crazy offers? 2nd round for 3rd and 4th. No. I know there's probably people that are going to watch this and they'll be like, you're out of your mind. What are you not taking those trades for? Not taking the trades. Man, they're just hell-bent. Nope, I'm keeping the kid. No. Absolutely not. Holy shit. See, you all know I'm going to be terrible this year, so that's why you want all my 2020 picks. Alright, hold on a second. He's not even on. Man. They're all going after a guy who's not even on my trade block. Nope. Unless you offer me something really amazing, there's no way. No. And a lot of these end up being like it's the same trade offer over and over and over again. All right. We are now in the regular... We're in the regular off-season now, finally. All right. So the next step is going to be basically getting closer to the towards the regular season, which will mean that I have to assign all my scouts. I also need to go into like this type of stuff, the setting prices and whatnot for team rankings and sales. Yeah. But yeah, doing all of my prices and whatnot. I guess what did this? Does this eliminate some of the? Interesting. Just noticing that there's some stuff that's a little bit different when there's no salary cap. So we're just going with available funds and whatnot. Interesting. Okay, guys. So like I said, there's some things that I'm gonna do off the stream, and then I'll be back on and we'll go through our first season and see how we make out. And so what I'll do is we'll sim the first season. We'll be fielding all of our trade offers and keeping an eye on injuries and how players are acting because their morale comes into play with this. But while I'm off, I'm going to handle all the scouting assignments and pricing for merchandise and all that stuff, and because that's some real minutia that you guys don't want to sit through, I'm quite sure. So anyway, that'll be it for now. So I know this isn't, again, I know it's not the most exciting thing, but it's, since I'm going to be playing this, I might as well just stream it, and talking. And even if nobody's watching, like no one watched this whole thing live, that's fine. Probably nobody's going to watch the whole thing later on, and that's fine. If this is at least cathartic for me to get my brain working while I'm trapped in the house because of the quarantine and the pandemic and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be it for now. I would be back on in a little bit, but until then, everybody stay safe, wash your hands, keep your distance from people, please stay healthy. Yeah. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, and do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next time, which will be very soon, as always, peace.